Rise, ye ashen tarnished chosen undead, and welcome Souls fans, new and loyal, to your next installment of the Dark Souls 3 Platinum All Achievements Easy to Follow guide. And here we are, Irithyll of the Boreal Valley. So easy, it just rolls off the tongue. I'm just going to fix my equipment by taking green blossoms off and putting Ashen Estus back on. That should be everything. Rings, good. Fallen Knight, and there we go. Lovely. Onward we go. After beating High Lord Wolnir. Now, keep your eyes on the rear, as once we start to move across, we are going to get dun 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 attacked. And we do need to defeat this enemy, so carefully does it. No more than 2 attacks at a time, and actually maybe even 1. Your aim is going to be to stick behind or to the side. When it does the raw move, it may do a double, so always be prepared. Oh, hello. We got mini stagger off. There we go. And that's going to get us ring number 29, Pontiff's right eye. And now we can continue on. Key point of note here, we cannot actually enter here without the peculiar doll. I can't remember what it's called in this one. Small doll, which we get for defeating the Deacons of the Deep. We require that to enter, which we have, so we can enter. For future runs, that crocodile cannot enter into here, so once you get here, it will try its best to attack, but it cannot enter. Something that's just good to know. Grab the large soul item, make sure to light the bonfire, and have a rest. And are we going to... Yeah. Back to Firelink. And we're going to have a quick pop over to Grey Rat.
Oh, discovering if the tales are true. What do you think?
Send him to pillage.
I am great.
And before he goes, we are just going to buy 99 fire arrows for 9,999. Something that only my family would understand that joke in its fullest. And the priest chime for 4,000. Talk.
Great. Goodbye, Doosty. Oh, and goodbye, Doosty.
Just make sure you're saying goodbye. Quit, and when you reload, he should be gone. He's gone. Not that we actually complete his quest line. However, I'm following through on all the things that I do in every playthrough because I know it guarantees the platinum. So, back to Central Irithyll. grab the Rime Blue Moss Clump, and come around here for another soul item. Onward and upward, and now the next enemies we... Oh yeah, it gets me every time! Yo, but the next physical formed enemies, we're going to want to make sure we deal with one at a time. Ah, that was unfortunate timing. Alright, alright. Okay, I'm going to dispatch this one, and then we're going to do that again, because that was a lot of Estusite to go through, and that was all on my bad. So, again, don't worry about the excess souls that I get there. I'm only spending the amount of souls that you'll be guaranteed, assuming that you are playing better than I. So anywhere where I die, you don't, and anywhere like that where I get overconfident, I miss with a pyromancy, anything like that. Oh, that's not the sword. Thank you. After taking out the first one, come around here, grab the soul item, and this one may just continue to cower out up top. Use the stairs. Bonk. Shield enemies in Dark Souls. Right, let's just go for the body. So the key thing here is there is another enemy to the steps. So we don't want to engage, as we're then going to be fighting 2-on-1. And as you've seen 1-on-1, these enemies are actually quite oppressive and annoying. So we'll spend a bit of extra time on this one particular annoying shield wielder. Oh, so close. Come on. Bump. Okay, and now these steps here is where the next enemy is. There you are. Alright. There we go. Right. Come up here for a large titanite. And then once we get to here, we're going to use our bow. Nope, try again. Remember that oh, come on. Well, I went through the armpit. Use our bow, and we're going to lure these wraith enemies one at a time. Yeah, my rings are fine. And then extra careful here, as you've seen, that big guy. So we don't want him seeing us until we are fully ready to commit. Oh, turns out we're now ready to commit. Right, so we're now going to have to keep an eye on the there we go. Now he's defeated. Ideally, you try and split him up from these, but not always possible. So you may have to do what we did here. Come around here, grab the soul item and the budding green moss. And now we're going to lure these next three one at a time. And you can just see in the distance there's another one of those big flame spear wielding guys. And all we're doing is just trying to reduce the number of enemies attacking us concurrently. Come on. Right, with them dispatched, come over here, grab more Rhine Blue moss, and as you can see he's already starting his aggro, so we're going to run, we're going to quickly come back on ourselves, and what I did, I just made sure I got back as much stamina as I could. Key thing with this enemy is the amount of damage he represents if he hits you. Grab the large titanite shard, and as you can see we have two more. Oh. That's more like it. I want you to attack in ways that I can disrupt. So take out the first one. No. That wasn't the kick attack. My kicking has been really off. It seems... Oh well. Right. Large T past Pyra, 1v1 the two wraiths, then left balcony for a crystal lizard. Here we are, he's got nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, so long as you stay between him and the steps. Bop the lizard for twinkling titanite, and da-da! A secret walkway. Down steps. Note this wonderful example of an annoyance. Oh, you didn't even let me get the backstab. You just... How rude. Grab another large titanite. On. And that growling that you can faintly hear is coming from that hexcaster, who we're going to defeat. Just be careful, she's a little bit beefier than normal, so grab the switch tree branch. You can try for the backstab, it's not guaranteed, but you should be able to get it as long as you walk, don't run. Damn it, I couldn't get behind. Oh, that's rude. That should have been a backstab. Look at you with your back against the wall constantly. Aren't you fun? And bonk. For an auto drop of miracle number 5 of 35, DORHYS'S Gnawing. DORHYS'S, I don't know. Open this door. And we're back over here near where we started. And we're going to head all the way back up. And then we can move onward this time. Don't worry about those enemies there. Grab the large soul. Don't be scared by them. Across. And over here for a large titanite. And then over to the right for another large titanite. And then we're going to cross back. Now, very important note here. Inside and to the left, directly to the left, are some statues. Do not talk to them. Definitely do not talk to them. Ideally, just don't go near them. A rumour, which I cannot quantify because I've never tested it, because I don't want to ruin a run, is even if you get close, they talk, and that ruins a quest line. So do not ruin quest lines. Stick to the middle. Do not go left. Do not. So I'm not even going to look. I'm just going to come here, and I'm going to talk straight to good old Anri.
Oh, I thought it might be you. I never managed to find, but my duty must be done for the children I knew. We all have our reason. Please, take this, and also a token of protection.
Ring number 30 of 107, Ring of the Evil Eye. Talk again, and we should get a
I
gesture.
would do well. May the flames guide.
There we are. Gesture number 29 of 33, Quiet Resolve.
I would do. May the flames.
Should just be repeating herself. Lovely. Come up here and grab a Proof of Concord Kept. That is a Covenant item that we're going to need for the Darkmoon Covenant. And we'll be farming those later on. Light the bonfire, have a rest. And onward down this side exit. So, a new type of enemy. That item there is a roster. It's to do with online PvP, so don't worry about that. Pick it up if you really want. A new type of enemy we're going to be facing now is these. You can just see the eyes. These are what I call invisible enemies for obvious reasons. And there's another one by this tree here. It's like a polar bear in a snowstorm. And the idea is you're supposed to go for this item and then you get ambushed by an invisible enemy. And it's a fading soul, so all 50 souls worth. Keep coming. Yeah, we're okay here. Fading soul. And here is another one of those Gru type enemies. Oh no, not a Gru, it's the screaming winged things. Only it's a red-eyed one. So do make sure you get that backstab to take away some of the difficulty. You grab the homeward bone, you think that's good enough, but no, round the back. Undead bone shard, even better. Right, and now we've picked up the undead bone shard. We're going to head over to the tunnel. As you exit, there is an invisible enemy here to the left. Give them the old popperoo. Then keep coming. And there's 2 dogs. There's the other one. Standard dog, let them bounce off your shield, then let the fire do the work. Grab the 8 kukris. Then there is a third dog in here. There you are. I didn't even follow my own example, my own advice rather. And then we can grab a rusted gold coin. That's going to help with item discovery later on. So the rusted golds are just slightly better than the standard rusted ones we'll be using. Right, back and down into the dark. Time for our torch to do a bit of a job for us. So torch is going to help us see... Excuse me. Torch is going to help us see these enemies better, as when they're not facing, their eyes are not visible, at which point torch is one of the best ways to be able to see them. So let's see if we can Kobe some damage. This is going to get a lot better later on when we get our main pyromancy, which has such a much bigger damage radius. So you can use the bow. I mean, you can if you really want to just go down there and try and take them on the old-fashioned way. However, a mob of enemies that you can only see when they're about to attack you is not my idea of fun. So I use the pyro glove where I can, and then just aim for the eyes or over around the eyes. Some of them will chase. Some of them will just do that thing the enemies do where they just kind of pace side to side. Note that there's more at the back. And once you've got an arrow in them, it actually helps because then you can see the arrow move. Yeah, you're coming up. And this is the only time in this playthrough is the only one where we're going to have to actually clear these out because we are going to collect some items. In the subsequent playthroughs, we're just going to clear out the ones near the exit and make our way. Mm-hmm. Come on. No, it's not gonna... That won't be a pain in the backside in a bit. Doo-doo-doo. You coming too? Or are you going to stop halfway? You're going to stop halfway. Oh no, now you're coming. So the key thing with them, because they're using daggers, the aim of this enemy is to backstab you. As it will get that sweet, sweet critical damage. Schmeck. There you are. Now I believe there should be at least one more up top. And that should be the majority. So there is one other one just there, as you can see. Grab the blue bug pellets, because why not? You've killed all these enemies, you deserve to grab the items down here. There you are. And we're going to climb this ladder. There's the last wraith, as promised. Wraith fall down. They cannot climb. Oh, really? You still have that much life? It's a matter of principle, if nothing else now. Bonk. Okay, now we can come up here, grab the shriving stone. It's the completionist in me. Now these two now, did the other one drop? Looks like that's a yes. Come here and open for Yorshka's spear. There we go. This house is clear. Right. Yorkshire spear. Drop an exit. From the exits, there's two more. So we're going to lure one by one. You can't lock on until their bodies form. And then over to you. No, come on. Why are you... Why? Since when? I've never known them to go downstairs. For that you get full on buff off the shield treatment. There you go. Right. After you've dispatched those first two, come down here. And there are more. So, second alcove. There's one there. And there's also, as you can see, this one here. Now we want to take out as many as we can before we get too far forward. That one by the tree is a screamer, so that will get all of them to aggro onto us. Which, as you can imagine, when they're all invisible, and there's actually two in this alcove from the looks of it, yeah, there is a definite annoyance. Are you screaming or you screaming? There's another one. Ah, damn it. That scream was the thing screaming. See, that's the annoyance of their proper invisible when they go into full-on stealth mode. Right. Now this one not only is a screamer, but is a spellcaster. Look at you suck. There we go. And we do want to go by the tree. Just be mindful, there's another one over there. Just be mindful, but we do want to go here because we do want this blood gem for blood infusion later on. Up here. No, come on. But, seriously? Dark Souls 3? Seriously? That's how you're gonna play this? There we go. We're gonna pull aggro, and it should follow us around. It's supposed to. There you go. Nope. Hideous things. It's like a cross between a spider and the ring. Ow. And it would have been worse if it was a grab, to be fair. And as you can see, we are now in... Yeah, that one's not alive. Grab the Ring of Sacrifice, so we've got to spare one of those in case you do drop a big fat chunk of souls, and then need to work your way back to get it. Grab these green blossoms. And then we're going to carry on to this right. Now, if you did not beat up the Pontiff beast, the giant crocodile on the bridge, he will start to appear and chase you down from here. So, important note. Grab the soul item. Keep going, and there's 2 more of those creepy ring grudge spider things. Ah, of course you stop running. Right, and I'm gonna come up here. Have some fire. Bonk. And now we can come over to this dead slug, and we can grab miracle number 6 of 35, Great Heal. Head back, and actually now that I have no FP, I'm just going to switch to our twin daggers so I can do the quick step trick to maneuver faster. Grab these green blossoms, and for now we're going to come across grab this green blossom, put back my fire longsword, and we're going to come here for a bonfire. rest, and head back to Firelink Shrine. In the shrine, we're going to go upgrade our pyromancy flame to make it +5.
Do not be gone. What is...
We're then going to pop by the maiden on the way back, and we're going to sell 3 souls of an unknown traveller for 1,000 each. 3 of those.
Ashen 1. Welcome, speak. Very well.
And level up.
Then taken.
2 more levels into faith to get it up to 23. So you may look at my souls and go, why did I need to sell those extra souls? Well, I've gained a few extras here and there. Plus, the guide is based on a worst case guide where I think I didn't kill all of the enemies.
Farewell,
So yeah, when I sell and have excess on me that I don't technically need, that's the reason why. It's to make sure in case you miss any enemy here or there or anything else. At the bonfire, don't forget to burn your undead bone shard, get that Estus up to +5, and then travel to the distant Manor. Right, we're going to go back up the steps. Do not go down yet. We still have more to do here. So come back out and stick to the right wall as we're now going to go into this tunnel. And there's going to be some more of those wonderful spider enemies. Yeah, thankfully they don't appear in too many locations. So there's one, you can just see the hair. And there's a few, well, there's like 6 or 7 of them in this area. So just try to make it so you're only fighting one at a time. If they do their big huggy attack like that, well, then that's a great opportunity where you can get the early aggro. There we are. And these are all dung pie. Good old favourite from previous Dark Souls games. And it works just the same. You throw it, you poison yourself and your target. And we are going to use all of none of those in this game. Thankfully, these ones are very kind and let us get the first attack on them. And there we go. Now that we've cleared them out, come into here and grab the excrement covered ashes. Very nourishing, yes. It's my handmade impression, if that wasn't obvious. I mean, it probably wasn't because, you know, as we found out from my impression of the Bort song, my impressions are not particularly great. And here he is again, SIEGWARD! Talk to him and eventually he'll wake up.
Excuse me,
He's going to give us, similar to Dark Souls 1, he's going to give us the EMIT Force miracle in a moment. There it is, miracle number 7, EMIT Force. And keep talking until he goes to sleep again. So he's going to give us a SIEGWARD toast, and then he's going to go back to sleep.
Have you someone and Eve home that would... Oh, Well, you.
And just make sure... There you go. He's napping so that we can carry on his quest line. Right, and now onward to an old enemy from Dark Souls 1. So first, run across quickly to avoid an archer up top. Get under this canopy, as we are about to face the Silver Knights. Only in a game where the parry window is a shorter timed window. So, backstabs it is. Oh. Yeah, and unfortunately they also do that now. They can imbue their weapons with lightning. Slight upgrade. So, you can, similar to the knights at the beginning of the game, you can go for the two-handed whale approach. However, their armor is significantly better. But yeah, Silver Knights. We're going to fight a few Silver Knights in this area. Quickly come here. Note the Guinevere painting. From behind, we can come round to these steps. And we want to fight the Silver Knight here so we don't get hit by the archer as well. So, donk. No. As you can see, fire doing a nice job on there. And then lastly, we're going to be taking out this archer. Now watch out for those jars. Those jars have frost liquid within them. So, as you can see there, that cold chill. Ow. Oh, so much damage. Shlonk. There we go. Now with him dispatched, we're going to run all the way around and we're going to get to a trio of chests. And we have more throwbacks to Dark Souls 1. But first, we're going to get ring number 31, the Leo ring. And then we're going to get Smoug's hammer. Yep, Smoug's great hammer. I mentioned right back in video 1, we are in the same world as Dark Souls 1. We are in Lordrum. And we're not too far from Anor Londo. And yeah, now that we're no longer being pelted, there's Guinevere from Dark Souls 1. So at this point, the Age of Fire has continued to dwindle. Hang on, let me check notes. Exit. No, that's why I didn't put it in my notes. I always think there's an item there, and there never is. And I didn't put it in my notes because there isn't one, and I still fell for it. Okay, slow walk up these steps. Once you get to about here, we're going to wait for some dogs to aggro, 2 of those. But we want them to aggro before the next invisible enemies do, so should be somewhere around here that they kick in. There we go. Once they start, just make sure you head back a bit. Since there's two of them, just make sure you're not going to get hit by one while attacking the other, otherwise you'll get stun locked. Head to this tree. Don't grab the item yet. We're going to use this tree as cover. And that's the reason why. Oh, really? There we go. One. And another one up here. Yep, as if invisible enemies weren't bad enough. Invisible spellcasting enemies. Grab the next soul item by this tree, and then we're going to continue to walk up. Have shield at the ready for the next dog. Now up to 2 will aggro you. Normally it is just the 1. But do just be mindful and aware. There's the other one. Oh. Look at you not reacting to the fire the first time. Look at you not doing what you're programmed to do. Right, another ranged battle with this caster. So use the steps as your advantage. Otherwise, you're going to get hit like I did just there. And then there's another one up here. Yeah. What I'm supposed to do is use this wall as the cover. No, 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 come on. Oh, don't be that guy. There we go, I'll get you through. Oh, really? You've got that slither of health left? Oh, you really are being that guy, aren't you? Oh, come on, let me just shoot you through the gap. Really? Come on. Nope. Fine. Okay, around the back of this fountain is another dog. You should be able to get the advantage on. And if, like me, this last caster has not played ball, we can use the fountain as an extra piece of cover. Right, come over here, grab the large titanite shard, and here we're going to take this shortcut and we're going to open this door here. So in case you need, this is where that trio is. So the bonfire is just up those steps, and that's the church bonfire. We don't want to take it. Don't reset the end area. It's going to reset all of those invisible enemies that we've just sniped and killed, and it's frustrating enough. So we don't want to be dealing with that. Head back up the steps, and because there's even more of them! Yay! So just make sure you have your shield out. And once they start to move, or once you start seeing the arrows start to move, that's when you know you need to be ready. There you go. So we can just see that floating arrow moving towards us. We're just going to have our shield out. Oh, really? Grumble. That's all I have to say. Grumble. No. What you dip it chip it. There you go. Just had to show you my hiney. Wait, are you not dead? No, you did. Okay, so that was that one. Oh, wow, you're being weird, Dark Souls 3. Okay, once you've dealt with 1, 2, 3, and 4 here, next we have more casters. There you go, already going in true to form. So I have an arrow ready. Once they've shot... Oh, you... I knew it. I saw the arrow floating, and I was like, it's got that slither of health again. But no, it was weird. Weird. They don't normally back away like that, so that just kind of really threw me. Always the way on the recording run. And there's another caster here. Go. So there is one more up there. However, that one is not a threat. That is blue bug pellet. I would not pick that up, because if you pick that up, you're going to have to deal with that one there. So if we skip that one, we don't have to worry about it. So let's do that. One more. No, there are two more on the stairs. So many of them here. So that item is from the caster. That other one is behind that pillar, and will stay behind that pillar. Head. Okay, we do want to deal with that one, because we do want to go down the ladder. Oh well. Okay, and now we're going to head down this ladder. Whee! Grab a large titanite shard, and then we can go back up the ladder. Right. Exit, grab soul item. There it is. Up, and there is a scythe wielding frost wraith. Ideally, just pyro spam like I did there. And then there is another of our good old-fashioned favourites, the shield. Oh, whoops, wrong weapon. Yeah, that was on me. And as you can see, there is a fog door and a summon sign, so that normally is enough to say in itself what's going on. We're near a boss. We're not going to be dealing with that yet. Yes, we got the kick. Yeah. We're going to end this video just before we deal with the boss. Actually, no, we're going to have a few bits to do, but first things first. Right. cross over and head down these steps. Now be mindful, there are 2 more invisible enemies. You might have just seen the eyes. There's one. The other one is to the right. Open these doors, and this is a shortcut to our bonfire. So we're going to walk around, and it's important we want to walk. I think you can do kind of the jog, you just can't do a sprint. But we're going to walk around as we don't want to trigger this firecaster. We want to make sure we get the plunge attack on this firecaster for maximum effect. Grab the soul item, plunge, lovely, and wail. Grab the soul item here. Head up and right for this wraith here. One more. Lovely. It doesn't matter too much today. We'll come this way. Back up. Grab the ember. And we're going to come up here and we're going to drop down here. Grab ring number 32, Ring of the Sun's Firstborn. Drop down here and make sure you grab the lightning gem for a lightning infusion we're going to need to do. And then, yeah, come here, invisible wall, and ring number 33, the magic clutch ring. And with that done, we can now head back over to the bonfire. Remember to ignore the statues. Don't even bother looking at them. And Anri should be gone. Rest, and we're going to travel back to Firelink. We've got a shortcut to the boss set up. So next we're going to do Firelink, boss prep. And we're going to fight Pontiff Sullivan, our next boss. But we're going to do that in the next video as we're running out of time. So as always, first and foremost, a big thank you from me. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for following along. Hopefully, if you're doing your platinum journey along with me, hopefully that's going well for you. Please drop a like if you found this video in any way useful or entertaining. And if not already, please do subscribe. It means the world to me, and you all mean the world to me. Thank you so much. I can't wait to see you in the next video. So until then, thanks again, and bye for now.